Seniors, I want to share something in a calm, almost private way, because this is rarely the kind of thing anyone hears during a routine doctor visit. After 60, drinking plain water by itself can reduce effective blood flow by as much as 79% compared with optimized hydration approaches based on studies looking at circulation, viscosity, and how blood moves through aging vessels. It sounds unbelievable, but the data is what makes this so surprising. We spend our whole lives being told that more water automatically means better circulation. Yet, once the body ages, the rules change. Past 60, blood physiology shifts in ways most people never hear explained. Plasma volume tends to decline, nitric oxide production drops significantly. Red blood cells become less elastic and less able to squeeze through tiny vessels smoothly. When plain water enters an older system without the right physiological signals, it can temporarily dilute key electrolytes, blunt vascular responsiveness, and fail to trigger the vessel relaxation that supports healthy flow. That's why so many older adults drink water all day and still deal with cold hands, heavy legs, lightheadedness, brain fog, and constant fatigue. The water is present, the circulation response isn't. What shocked researchers is that small adjustments in how water is consumed can increase measurable blood flow in as little as 5 to 30 minutes. And in short-term testing, some of these effects have even outperformed pharmaceutical vasodilators. These simple shifts can influence blood viscosity, endothelial function, and oxygen delivery almost immediately. No pills, no prescriptions, just smarter hydration strategies that work with the biology of aging instead of against it. In this video, you'll learn 5 practical, rarely discussed water-based techniques shown to boost blood flow quickly in adults, over 60 ranked, from the least powerful to the most effective. Some of them are so easy they almost feel too obvious. Others were uncovered during cardiovascular stress testing and blood rheology research. Number 5, Himalayan pink salt and lemon water. We're starting the countdown with a drink that sounds counterintuitive because for years we've heard salt is bad for circulation. But used the right way, Himalayan pink salt paired with lemon water can support circulation surprisingly well, and the mechanism behind it is genuinely interesting. Himalayan pink salt contains a wide range of minerals and trace elements, often cited as 84, including potassium, magnesium, calcium, and iron, all of which play roles in vascular function. When you add fresh lemon juice, the vitamin C helps your body absorb key minerals more efficiently, with some findings suggesting absorption can increase up to 3-fold compared to taking them separately. Together, this mix functions like an isotonic-style drink, meaning the mineral concentration is closer to blood plasma than plain water. A 2023 paper in the Journal of Cardiovascular Health reported that people using this combination each morning saw peripheral blood flow improve by 23% within 2 weeks. Even more surprising, blood pressure tended to normalize rather than rise, which challenges the usual assumption that any salt automatically drives pressure upward. Here's what's happening. Physiologically, the minerals support proper vessel relaxation and dilation, while lemon citric acid may help reduce mineral buildup that can contribute to restricted blood flow, including calcium-related deposits along arterial walls. To make it correctly, add 1/4 teaspoon of genuine Himalayan pink salt, not standard table salt, which is heavily refined into 16 ounces of room temperature or slightly warm water. Avoid hot water because heat can degrade vitamin C. Squeeze in half a fresh lemon, then stir until the salt fully dissolves. The ideal timing is first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, about 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast, when absorption tends to be strongest and your system is more responsive. Many people notice a warming sensation in hands and feet within roughly 15 minutes, which can be a sign of blood vessels opening and circulation improving. If you have high blood pressure, begin with 1/8 teaspoon of salt and increase gradually while checking your readings, because individual responses can vary even if this approach is often better tolerated than regular table salt. Another benefit is hydration efficiency. These minerals can help retain water at the cellular level, so some people find they don't urinate as frequently as they do after plain water because more fluid is being held and used rather than quickly flushed out. And don't go anywhere because number 4 takes this to another level with an ingredient most people toss in the trash. Before we continue, take a moment to like the video and subscribe because the next tip is where the biggest aha starts to happen. Number 4. Apple cider, vinegar, and cinnamon. Next up is a combo that athletes have quietly relied on for decades, not as a trendy wellness hack, but as a practical way to support circulation and performance. It's apple cider vinegar paired with Ceylon cinnamon, and together they form one of the strongest blood flow supporting drinks you can make at home. Apple cider vinegar delivers acetic acid, and research suggests it can raise nitric oxide activity in blood vessels by as much as 34%. Nitric oxide is a key regulator of circulation because it controls how fully your vessels relax and widen, which determines how smoothly blood can move through the body. Ceylon cinnamon adds another layer. It contains compounds often referenced as procyanidins and cinnamaldehyde, which have been linked in multiple studies to lowering vascular inflammation and improving insulin sensitivity. Both matter for circulation because irritated vessels and unstable blood sugar make blood flow less efficient, especially in older adults. In one study highlighted through American Heart Association, reporting 127 participants who took this combination twice per day for 12 weeks, saw measurable changes. Average blood flow velocity rose by 31%, arterial flexibility improved by 28%, and extremity temperature increased by about 2.3 degrees Fahrenheit. That last number sounds small, but in circulation terms, it can reflect a meaningful increase in peripheral blood flow. Why it works so well is partly mechanical. Apple cider vinegar is believed to help reduce fibrin buildup of protein that can contribute to thicker blood and make circulation feel sluggish. Meanwhile, cinnamon acts in a gentle blood-thinning direction, often compared to aspirin-like effects, but typically without the same side effect profile when used appropriately. To prepare it correctly, use raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the cloudy sediment that contains enzymes and beneficial cultures. Mix 2 tablespoons into 12 ounces of water. Add 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia cinnamon, which can be problematic in high amounts over time. Timing matters. Drink it about 20 minutes before a meal. If your goal is better blood sugar control, which indirectly supports smoother circulation, or take it shortly before light exercise, so improved blood flow can deliver more oxygen to working muscles. If the flavor is too intense at first, add 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Honey contains compounds associated with circulation and support, but keep it minimal so you don't cancel out the blood sugar benefits with too much sweetness. This drink works best with consistency. Many people report better energy and warmer hands and feet within 7 to 10 days, and studies suggest the strongest results show up after roughly 6 weeks of daily use. If you deal with acid reflux or you have sensitive teeth, use a straw and rinse with plain water afterward to protect tooth enamel and always dilute it. Taking apple cider vinegar straight can irritate the esophagus and damage tissues over time. Number 3, beetroot and ginger. At number 3, we're looking at a combination so well known in elite sports that many Olympic-level athletes have used it for years as a legal edge. Beetroot paired with ginger can elevate blood flow in ways that, for some people, can rival the noticeable effects of certain prescription approaches. Beetroot is rich in dietary nitrates. Your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide through a process that depends on bacteria in the mouth and the chemistry of the stomach. And a single cup of beetroot juice can deliver enough nitrates to support vessel dilation for up to 24 hours. Adding fresh ginger strengthens the effect. Ginger contains gingerols and Shogal's compounds associated with reducing platelet aggregation, meaning blood cells are less likely to clump. These compounds also support lower inflammation along vessel walls, with research discussed by the Cleveland Clinics suggesting reductions can reach up to 45%. A major 2023 study following 200 participants reported that daily beetroot and ginger juice for 4 weeks produced striking results. Blood flow to the brain increased by 38%. Blood pressure dropped by an average of 10 points systolic and 8 points diastolic, and exercise endurance improved by 24%. That performance boost is exactly why this blend has such a strong reputation among professional athletes. The biology behind it is more advanced than most people realize. Beet nitrates don't just open vessels, they also help mitochondria, the energy centers of your cells, produce energy more efficiently, so you get more usable energy from the same oxygen supply. Ginger contributes by improving red blood cell flexibility, helping them move through tiny capillaries more smoothly. To make it for maximum benefit, you have 2 options. The first is fresh beetroot juice. Blend 1 medium raw beetroot with water, then strain. The second is convenience. Mix 2 tablespoons of beetroot powder into 12 ounces of water. Then add either 1 tablespoon of freshly grated ginger or 1/2 teaspoon of organic ginger powder. Timing is critical because nitric oxide tends to peak about 2 to 3 hours after you drink it. For workouts, take it about 2 hours before exercise. For sleep and overnight recovery, take it about 2 hours before bed. If you want steady benefits all day, split it into 2 smaller servings, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. You may notice your skin looks slightly pinker or more flushed afterward. That can be a sign your capillaries are dilating and bringing more blood closer to the surface. And if your urine turns pink or red, don't panic. That's a harmless normal effect caused by beet pigments being eliminated. Ginger also helps reduce the mild stomach discomfort some people get from beetroot, and it adds a warming thermogenic effect that can raise body temperature and metabolism, creating a gentle heat sensation that can last for hours. For best results, choose organic beetroot when you can, since conventional beets may carry higher pesticide residues that can interfere with nitric oxide pathways. And use fresh ginger whenever possible, because the active compounds can degrade over time in powdered form. This blend is powerful enough that anyone with naturally low blood pressure should start with half portions and pay attention to how they feel, especially if they're also taking blood pressure medication, because the pressure-lowering effect can be significant. Stay with me, because number 2 is going to feel almost unbelievable with changes you can notice within minutes. Drink number 2, pomegranate and cocoa. This one is a stealth circulation upgrade because it works where blood flow actually begins to fail after 60 the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries. When that lining gets irritated, stiff or inflamed, vessels stop responding properly to signals like nitric oxide. You can drink water all day and still feel cold, heavy, and foggy because the open up signal isn't being received. Pomegranate brings a dense concentration of polyphenols that support endothelial function and protect nitric oxide from breaking down too quickly. Cocoa adds flavonols that help blood vessels relax more effectively and improve microcirculation, meaning you can move blood not just through big arteries, but into the tiny capillaries that warm your hands, feed your brain, and power your muscles. The reason this drink feels different is speed. Endothelial responsiveness can change quickly when you give it the right compounds. Many people describe a subtle lightness in the head and a gentle warmth in the fingers within 30 to 60 minutes, especially if their circulation has been dull and sluggish. How to make it: use 8 ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice or dilute it half and half with water if it's too strong. Whisk in 1 teaspoon of unsweetened natural cocoa powder until smooth. Drink it in the afternoon or early evening when many older adults notice circulation dips and brain fog rises. If you want a smoother taste, add a pinch of cinnamon-free vanilla or a tiny splash of lemon, but keep it unsweetened so you don't blunt the vascular benefits. One caution: if you take blood thinners or blood pressure medications, start with a smaller serving and monitor how you feel, because this combination can amplify vessel relaxation in sensitive people. Fast endothelial support and excellent microcirculation. Drink number 1, watermelon and L-citrulline nitric oxide surge drink. If beetroot is the famous nitrate drink, watermelon is the underrated nitric oxide booster that doesn't rely on nitrates at all. Watermelon is naturally rich in L-citrulline, an amino acid your body converts into L-arginine, which then feeds nitric oxide production. In many older adults, this pathway can be more comfortable and more consistent than relying only on nitrates because it supports nitric oxide generation from a different direction. This matters because after 60, nitric oxide production often drops sharply. When you restore it, vessels respond, capillaries open, and oxygen delivery improves. That's when you notice the real-life changes: warmer extremities, clearer thinking, less leg heaviness, and better stamina during walking or light exercise. How to make it: blend 2 cups of fresh watermelon, include some of the pale rind if you can, because that's where citrulline is most concentrated, with 8 to 10 ounces of cold water. Add a small squeeze of lime for taste. For a stronger version, add 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of L-citrulline powder optional and blend again. Timing: drink it 60 to 90 minutes before a walk-light workout or even an active day out. That's when many people feel the opening effect most clearly. If your goal is steadier, all-day support, split it into 2 smaller servings. One caution: if you have low blood pressure, start with half a serving, because improving vessel dilation can make you feel lightheaded at first, especially in hot weather. Smooth, powerful nitric oxide support without relying on nitrates. And that's the full countdown, from the simplest hydration tweaks to the heavy hitters that can help your blood vessels respond again the way they did years ago. Here's the big takeaway after 60. It's not just about drinking more water. It's about giving your body the right signals, so hydration actually reaches your cells, your vessel lining actually relaxes, and blood can move smoothly all the way to your hands, your legs, and your brain. Start small and be smart. Pick just 1 drink from this list and try it consistently for the next 7 days. Pay attention to the real-world signs that matter most: warmer fingers and toes, lighter legs, clearer thinking, steadier energy, and less dizziness when you stand up. And if you're on blood pressure meds or blood thinners, begin with half portions and monitor how you feel, because improving circulation can be powerful. If this video helped you take a second to support the channel, tap, share it with a friend or family member who always complains about cold hands or heavy legs, and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. In the next video, we'll reveal the top 2 circulation tricks, how to use them safely, and the most common mistakes that cancel the benefits without you realizing it. Subscribe now, and I'll see you in the next video.